All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you wouldn't mind clearing the course, please. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would clear the course, please, so that we can get our Grand Prix, Foresight Grand Prix, underway. Thank you. There's the bell.
And we're only a few minutes away from the start of this exciting competition. We've had 3 great days of jumping at the fabulous Willinga Park. And this is going to be the Gold Star event, the Foresight Grand Prix. $10,000 to the winner of this class. And it will in fact be the winner of the last class, Tom McDermott, that comes out first with his horse Elegance de la Chamille, that has been going so well for him over this last 3 days. But to Foresight, what a fantastic initiative, sponsoring this fabulous class. And Foresight are making a real name for themselves in the veterinary industry. As Foresight themselves say, that the breakdown of cartilage in your horse's joints, well, it may be a natural consequence of hard work, but it's not actually inevitable. Vets recommend Foresight from the ages of 6 months to repair minute injuries to cartilage and other joint structures. So by using Foresight, you can actually stop the onset of joint disease. And as Foresight say, don't just wait for symptoms to appear. Buy Foresight from your vet today. It's a fantastic product, really gaining traction in the performance horse industry. And yeah, I just hear more and more people speak glowingly of the Foresight product, and we thank them again for their sponsorship of today's Grand Prix, the richest Grand Prix in Australia right now. Two minutes away from start time. Tom McDermott will be coming out at 25 past. Elegance to La Chamille is by Clinton out of a Landwin mare, so very much from the Holsteiner breed. A lot of horses that you'll see today have actually been imported from Europe. Well, in comes Tom McDermott. He's full of confidence. He's the winner, second and third, would you believe, in the last class. So a gentleman comes in on super form and confidence. As we spoke about earlier, the course walk, all important. The riders have a strategy in play. And as Tom comes out first, you can be sure that the competitors in the warm-up will be glancing over their shoulder, just making sure that what their plan and strategy effectively was. Tom is riding to the same conditions. And you heard us talk to David Shepherd, the course builder, and Olympian George Sanner. This is being run at a faster pace, 400 meters per minute. The time allowed is 87 seconds. Course builder David Shepherd making full use of the dimensions of this excellent arena. The biggest ebb and flow footing in the Southern Hemisphere. Been very clever with these placements of fences, always asking these very experienced riders lots of questions. Solid start, Tom McDermott. Elegance to La Chamille. 2 down, 8 faults in a time of 81.82. Time allowed, remind you, is 87 seconds, so well within the time allowed. Former national champion and extremely good rider, rides out of the George Sanna and Douglas family property that is Chatham Park. Nopal van Tillert is the horse, and it is exceptionally expressive. It's an absolute athlete, this horse. By the super stallion, Diamant de Simile. Amber already getting a real tune out of this really eye-catching horse. Originally bought from Belgium. Eight Strides coming home, just the one rail, and well might Amber pat that wonderful horse. Amber very aware that time on course was a factor, moved up with a strong pace into that treble combination, just rolled the pole at part B. Just the one rail in a time of 86.30. So far, the time on course, time allowed of 87 seconds, not presenting a massive problem. I mentioned the Douglas family, and Chatham Park is where Amber's based, and here Amelia Douglas, Finch Farm, Cadell. Had a very strong ride yesterday evening. Always super competitive. Unlucky, really stood off her triple bar. And then just the style tops fence proving to be a little difficult to negotiate. Again, comes home on the 8 strides on the curve line, 12 to 13. And the first combination to 4 foul of time penalties, 1 rail and 3 time penalties, total of 7. Make that 11. From Canberra, it's Isabella Stone, Lincoln MVNZ. This horse is a stallion by the excellent sire that is Diorado. Lovely shot on the 5 strides, but unfortunately a couple of verticals have come down to this point. Nothing really standing out as a bogey fence. Solid round. Isabella Stone, Lincoln MVNZ. And time becomes a factor again. 2 time penalties, 8 jumping, a total of 10. A reminder that time on course is 87 seconds. Olympian Russell Johnson from Victoria on Dondersteen. Horse by Valiant and Oldenburger. And bred at the Oak Sport Horses in Sydney. And Russell, without jinxing him, is running into a bit of form. Watched him jump at several meets recently, particularly Tamworth indoors. He didn't go to the Olympics for nothing. He's a very capable rider. Still looking for our first clear round. Unlucky, had a really forward shot and maybe just ran on a little strong in the 5 strides. Unlucky. Russell Johnson, Dondersteen. That was all class, wasn't it? Just the one rail at the Stoll Tops fence. Time was excellent, 79.40. As Jamie winning Kermond, and she has been winning at Willinga. And she jumps Yandu Oaks Constellation, a big horse. Jamie, not the tallest girl in the world. This is an 18-hand horse. Big Mac of a horse, in fact, but very good on his feet. Has jumped 2 meters in a 6-bar in Paris with her husband, Jamie. Very capable, but the height is very much in this big horse's comfort level, but the speed, well, they have to get a little bit of wiggle on. 400 meters per minute, and you see they're already coming inside to the wall, saving a bit of time. little rattle of the butterfly fence, but it's still there. Crowd on the edge of their seats looking for this first clear round. Oh, a collective sigh around Willinga. Very forward shot in the second last fence, the Willinga Oxer, and then comes home on the 7. So, again, what can you say? It's a very good, strong ride. But in fact, again, does incur one time penalty. 2 rails down for a total of 9 in 87.69. Olivia Hamoud, she is the reigning national champion. She is currently leading the World Cup standings in Australia. Olivia rides the fabulous Knockout the Third. Wow, did she jump that? Needed a parachute by De Sanat. Absolute athlete. Oh, horses jumping today. Look at this for clever course building on a curved line. Then ask the riders to go again. And now on a left-hand sweep, David Shepherd really asking these riders lots of questions. And may well the crowd ooh and ah that moved in the cup. It's still there. Now she waits on the 5 strides. Again, it's clever course, but opening up over the triple bar and then asking the riders to collect before the stall tops fence. Excellent round. Olivia Hamoud, knockout. Just the one rail. As I mentioned to you earlier, if you're watching Jumping for the first time, you'll see those 3 wings put together on the far side, and the course builder saying, I'm going to open you right up with your horse, and then I'm going to ask you to collect and jump a very tall vertical. So these riders have to have their horses schooled to perfection. From New Zealand, the very capable combination, Philip Steiner and Cassina Dior. Another horse by that super sire, Diorado. And unashamedly, one of my favorite horses. Philip has been nursing this horse into the bigger competitions. He's an excellent rider, and this is a stunning animal. I'd love to see them go clear. Oh, this is a jumping machine. Now, Philip, this line that's catching a few people out. Oh, it rolled back and forth. It's still there. Now then, Philip, can you give us our first clear? We're all riding with you. 2 fences from home. This place is going to go mad if Philip can jump this last fence clear. Come on, Philip. What a round! What super jumping! Well, might you put your head in the air, your hand in the air. Philip Steiner from New Zealand, our first clear. Casino Dior, and importantly, no time faults. All clear. 85, 87. Just stunning. Now the crowd are alive. That was a beautiful round of show jumping. Professor Brad Frankham, Oaks Calypso. A professor of immunology, no less. So what's Brad been doing the last few years in a COVID epidemic? He jumped this horse in Tamworth at the World Cup to jump his first World Cup in 20 years. The man is an inspiration. Unlucky, got the height, not the distance, by Copperbella Cadiz from Alice Cameron's Oak Sport Horses. Full-time professor, giving this his absolute all. Again, that line. Absolutely brave combination. Let's get them home over these last 2 fences. Well done, Brad. Oaks Calypso, a little over time, attracts a total of 18 faults. But just so brave, Brad Frankham and Oaks Calypso gave it their absolute best shot. Sarah Macmillan from the Central Coast has been away to university, got her law degree, and now full-time in the saddle. Sarah rides Tyrone VDL, another horse by the Holsteiner Cardento. One clear round. Phil Steiner, Casino Dior. Sarah Macmillan aims to make that 2. A real powerhouse of a little horse. Sarah Macmillan, Tyrone, VDL. Textbook, absolute textbook. We watch on with bated breath clear to this difficult 5-stride line. Sits back in the saddle. Yes, we're through there. Crowd really engaged. Unlucky Sarah. It was worth a round of applause, wasn't it? It was a classic round. Little horse jumped his heart out. Sarah McMillan, 1 rail, 4 faults in a time of 85 seconds, presently into third, but we will be going to a second round. A young lady from the South Coast, so a little bit on home ground. The magnificent, the beautiful Courage by Cardanto again. A lot of Cardantos in this class. Jamie Priestley had a stellar young rider career, won all around Australia. Now in the big time. $10,000 to the winner of today's class. A little roll of that front rail, unfortunately. What they lack in stature, they make up for in heart, these two. Well done, Jamie. Courage is definitely full of courage. And 2 seconds in time, Courage and Jamie Priestley, 16 faults. Now he's made the trip all the way from Queensland. He's the ultimate competitor and a good bloke with it. It's Clem Smith. And Clem rides Oaks Conjurer by the Dutch stallion Chicago. Clem just bringing this horse up to this top level jumping now. Hasn't jumped many of these big classes. Look at Clem in the saddle, working so feverishly. Now Clem, we're all with you. This triple bar to the tall vertical. Gets through there, lovely. Now the combination. Come on, Clem, we're willing you. 2 from home. Clear round. Well done, Clem Smith. What a fighting round that was. Beautiful riding. He had to work, but there's the result. Oaks Conjurer, all clear and under time, a fast time, 82.92. He will be delighted. Two horses clear. Tom McDermott. Back for his second ride, Cooley Gangster. Horse owned by event rider Tim Boland, bought out of Ireland. And wins for Tom already at Willinga Park on this horse. Wow, it jumped. That fence really got in the air. Tom describes this horse as a little bit quirky. He's very green at this height, but Tom, a master horseman. Everyone appreciating the difficulty of that line on the far side. All the horse was trying. Two from home. The Willinga Oxer. Clear round. 85.24 under time. Outstanding. And we spoke about this surface. And often, you know, you'll go 4 days to a show and the surface breaks up or it does something and the horses don't jump quite so well on the last day. That's not the case at Willinga Park. They're jumping as well, if not better, on the fourth day. This surface is just incredible. Melissa Bear and Zadora just hanging a little in the air this afternoon. Now looks better. That is better. Now we've hit our straps. Picked up a really forward moving canter. Jump that line as well as anybody. It's almost like a light went on. She just moved up a pace and all of a sudden we're coping very comfortably. Well done, Melissa. Sticky start, but then Melissa said, hang on a minute, if we're going to go around here at 400 metres per minute, I better put my foot down, and all of a sudden we saw a different combination. Great riding, Melissa Blair. And just one of the course crew, please. Ali Lam has seen something on one of the fences you just like fixed. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching Jumping for the first time, the rider is more than entitled to have a fence checked, particularly in that case. That straw tops fence is becoming the bogey fence. And Ali just wanting to say, hang on, just put that back in the cup or roll the pole. All very legal. Ali Lamb from the Lamb family in Victoria. She rides Eagle Rock. Eagle Rock is by Berlin, a Holsteiner by Cassini one. Lovely little pat there from Ali to settle Eagle Rock. Runs a dairy herd of 900 cows. Beautiful jumping stallion, another of those expressive, purpose-built sport horses, all the breeding in the world. The quality of horses in Australia right now is getting better by the day. That was stunningly ridden, very patient to the butterfly fence. Now, opens the stallion up and then, whoa, rolled in the cups. No wonder she wanted it to be checked. Great ride, Ali Lamb. Just the one rail, and another rider that realizes time allowed is tight, and it's a really great time on course, 83.04, but just that one rail. Farrier by trade from Victoria. Brooke Dobbin, Gina NVNZ. Gina by the very famous Holsteiner horse Chin Chin. Oh, how well did he ride? He knew he was short of distance, landing off the wall, and then really made up a massive amount of room. Superb. Not dissimilar to Clem Smith, really working hard in the saddle. Good job, Brooke. Fights his way out of the third part of the treble. 2 from home. This is a real gutsy round. No. Unlucky, Brooke. Dobbin Gina MVNZ. Just that one rail. And one time fault, therefore attracting a total of 5. 87.09 was the time taken. From Victoria, riding the horse, the gelding Up, which I'm told is from a children's program. Adam Johnson rides Up by Woodley Don Juan. Hesitation off the ground. Fence 2. Again, another combination just fell short of ground as they jumped the wall, got a little sticky, and therefore didn't quite make the distance to the oxer. And Adam Johnson says, well, I'm not here to frighten my horse. Horse comes first. I'll just jump number 1, and out I go. Thanks. Very professional, Adam Johnson, looking after his horse Up. From New Zealand, what an exciting combination. The Jumping Stallion Cornell by Korlensky G. I joked earlier we should change his passport. Josh Collins is riding like a superstar. Fellow countryman Phil Steiner is clear, one of 3 clears at this point, with Cassina Dior, and now this wonderful stallion, Josh Collins, in the saddle. And aren't they a picture together? Such expression over the fences. Watch Cornell's tail flicking in the air. A real care factor about jumping clean for Josh. Stunning. A masterclass down that line. Tail swishing coming into this final line on the 8 strides potentially. Waits on the 8 and jumps clear. We are seeing some outstanding jumping. And he didn't let me down. I've just been saying Josh Collins is absolutely running into some massive form. And didn't he ride so super? And didn't the stallion jump so well? Josh Collins and Cornell, our second fastest clear round, 85.03. As we welcome from Sweden, Frida Lindgren by Big Star Junior, Big Dream Z. The Jumping Stallion, and this young lady is in a purple patch of form, wins and places all through these 3 days of jumping at the amazing Willinga. Such a determined rider. Any young junior girls looking on, great role model. A bit forward into her combination. But she has to be. Time is a factor. Well done, Frida. Three rails, 12 faults. Time was good. 81.41. Always rides fast, young Frida. Matthew Afford, again from Queensland. Kaluna Salute. Kaluna Salute by a Regal Salute. Four clears at this point. Clem Smith, Josh Collins, Tom McDermott and Philip Steiner. Well, he's got massive stickability in the saddle, that's for sure. How unlucky. Little hiccup at fence 2. Oh, and that is so disappointing to come all the way from Queensland to find the second fence gets in your way. Can we give him a round of applause, please, as he goes out? It'll be so disheartening. He's made of tough stuff, Matthew Afford. He will be back to fight again. A young lady who started out as a pure eventer is now a pure show jumper, Talara Cameron. She rides the lovely Finch Farm Spruce, a gelding by the Super Stallion Calgary GNZ. Just a little green at this height, but that's okay. He'll have to, at some point, move up a gear, move up a level. Will be better for the outing, I can assure you. Well done, Talara. Backed off a little bit with a couple of early rails, hence the time penalties. Total of 19, including 3 time penalties. But as I say, one for the future. Now, Jennifer Wood. She may not be the tallest girl in the world, but by golly, she can fight. When I say that, I mean in a feminine way. She's just such a competitor. Here's the stallion, Cocaine Ego Z. Jennifer, the mother of 2 children, and says this horse has enabled her to keep going at the top flight during motherhood. Horse by Cracky Z. No, Jan has had enough. She doesn't want to spoil the confidence of her wonderful friend and stallion, Cocaine Ego Z. So she tips her hat and says, that'll do me today. These riders know their horses inside out, and if she feels the conditions aren't quite right, always putting the horse first. So at this point in proceedings, Clem Smith, Oaks Conjurer, Josh Collins and Cornell, Tom McDermott, Cooley Gangster, and the wonderful Casino Dior with Phil Steiner. There are 4 clears. The number 1 rider for the Diamond B stud near Sydney, it's Diamond B Vivienne. Jumping mare by Vivant out of a Conquistador mare, both stallions that used to stand there at Diamond B. Amanda, highly experienced, jumps World Cup classes regularly. A little bit of coastal wind, just giving a few issues on course. But a good opportunity to thank Foresight again for their sponsorship of this class and broadcasting partners with Equestrian Life on the Equestrian Life platform. All these images being brought to you live across the country. Not always the easiest when you've done your warm-up, then a slight delay inside the arena, but I say that Amanda is highly experienced. A little delay here and there will not bother her concentration at all. Diamond B Vivienne, Amanda Madigan. And the mare is jumping. Really putting in, and I put that down to the surface, I truly do. Really pinging off the surface. The mare can get a little strong. Amanda will be really aware of this next line. Great job, Amanda. Oh, she was getting a little flat, but Amanda sat around her. 2 from home. Great riding, Amanda Madigan. 84-22, all clear. And how wonderful is that to see her pat that mare. But having spoken to Amanda about it, she can get strong on course. It took all of Amanda Madigan's skill set, which is substantial, by the way. Great job. Amanda Madigan, Diamond B, Vivienne, all clear into the next round. And a young lady with an enormous future in our sport, Amelia Douglas, Upper Class Z, a magnificent jumping horse. By Untouchable from the Dutch stud book. Remember, we spoke before we started to dual Olympian George Sanner, Amelia's coach. Stunning ride down that difficult 5-stride line. Now a little steadier into a combination. Great job, Amelia Douglas. Upper Class Z. Three fences down, 12 faults, 2 time faults. Total of 14. And as one rider from Chatham Park moves out, another steps in. Amber Fuller. I'd love to see Amber Fuller go clear over this difficult but fair David Shepherd track. CP Artino by CP Ulysses. Amber has already shown her worth in the saddle. She's won the national championships before. Artino feels good. Buck and a frolic around the course. Amber making time up with some forward canter. Now then, she still needs that forward canter. Then she must anchor on the 5. Unlucky. Amber Fuller, CP Artino. Four time penalties. 8 jumping. 4 time, total of 12. Reece Stones. Lara Coleman. Coleman by Coleman. Holstein Stallion. Just have a look at the lightness of the way Reece goes about his job. Starts a lot of young horses for professionals as well, mind you. He's got a lot of faith in the industry for his ability to get along with all young horses. Sits very still, quiet in the saddle with the softest of hands. Stole Top's fence, keeps claiming more victims. Well done, Reece. Another combination which will be much better for the experience of jumping in this wonderful arena over this testing track. Reece Stone and Tulara Kalma. 12 jumping 2 time for a total of 14. Tom McDermott is back. Tom already clear on Cooley Gangster. Now jumps the Stallion. Catchasini 2 by Cachas, a Holstein Stallion. A lot of Holsteiners in the breeding of these horses, I note. Extravagant back action. Tipping Tom forward, back end coming up so high. Look at the back action on this horse, would you? now, Tom, this combination. Knows he has to keep moving. Time is a factor. Great clear round. Time was good, 85.50. Time allowed in the first round is 87. So Tom sits 4th and 5th with his 2 rides at the moment, 2 clear rounds. Cooley Gangster and Catchasini 2 both jump clear for Tom McDermott. As we go back to Canberra and Isabella Stone to Lara Stolzet. Horse by Stolzenberg. To work. Yep. Stolzet just backing up a little for Izzy's liking. Come on, she says, we've got to get some time made up. Quite extravagant in full motion. Absolute picture of athleticism. Here we go into the combination. Great riding, Isabella Stone. To Lara Stolzet. Just the 1 rail down, and how about this time? Time is 87 seconds allowed. Izzy's time, 86.29. Just sneaked in, well done. Olympian, again, from Victoria. Russell Johnson and Prix. By Quapis. Margot, a Holstein stallion. Russell just needs a little bit of luck. His horses have been going so well, just for a round with 4 faults here and there. It's time for him to get a clear. Now, Russell, we're riding with you, 2 from home. You so deserve to get a clear round here today. He's there. Just been knocking on the door of everything for 3 days, and now on the big occasion brings out a wonderful clear. Russell Johnson and Prix. Time was excellent, 80.01. Well, I'm sure you'll agree there has been some absolutely stunning jumping in these stunning surrounds. And again, our thanks go to Foresight for sponsoring the richest Grand Prix in Australia at the moment. $10,000 to the winner. And with the cost of fuel coming from Queensland right now, such a prize would be very worthwhile. But great to see that modern show jumping has arrived in Australia. Good prize money, unbelievable facility. It truly is. You've heard us all talk about Willinga in such glowing terms, but the reason being, it is that good. It truly is that good. It is a place where horses enjoy. It's a great home for horses, environmentally wise. But here, on stage, if you will, on the performance stage, this surface, this largest ebb and flow surface, which means it can be watered from underneath. That's right, it can be watered to whatever degree management require to get just the optimum surface. And it's an absolute pleasure to witness show jumping of this caliber in these surroundings. So it's been announced that we are taking all 15 riders, top 15, which I'll make my announcement directly once our judge Michael Archer has collated that information.
G'day, I'm Josh Gibson, and after years of playing elite sport, I understand more than most the value of protecting my joints. I treat my dogs like I treat my body. Unfortunately, they can't tell me when they're in pain. That's why I use the scientifically proven natural product, Foresight Epitalis Fort. It just takes the guesswork out. I use the product recommended by vets across Australia to protect my dog's joints. Foresight Epitalis Fort.
Measuring your feed is really important because dippers come in all different shapes and sizes, and horse feed comes in all different weights, or what we call densities. If you have an extruded feed, it's really light. If you have a pelleted feed, it's really heavy. So just because you have a dipper and you say I feed one dipper, it doesn't really equate to anything when we're talking nutritionally about horses. We need to know the weight. So one of the great things about these Barrow-stock dippers is the products are all listed on the front, and the weight of how much this holds is written on the front as well. It's really important that if you don't have something that tells you the weight, that you have even something like a pair of kitchen scales, and you can weigh a dipper of your feed, and then you can start to develop an accurate nutritional profile of what you're feeding to your horse.
Shepherd Electrical. The microgrid developed for Willinga Park is a one-of-a-kind, fully automated system that can be monitored remotely to view solar production, battery and generator status.
Alex Medved and I'm the Sales Manager and Technical Advisor for Interpath Global, the makers of Foresight. Today I'm going to explain the differences between Foresight granules for horses and Foresight Epitalis Fort gel for horses. I'll also explain which product best suits which type of horse. This will help you make an informed judgment on which product to select for your particular horse. The basic difference between the two products is the ingredients, but the differences do go beyond the ingredients alone. While Foresight granules has more ingredients, more does not necessarily mean better for your particular horse. Foresight granules contains 4 key ingredients. They are Epitalis, which is Interpath's proprietary and patented plant seed extract, New Zealand greenlit mussel, abalone, and marine cartilage. The marine components provide all 5 glycosaminoglycans or GAGs, and these are part of what makes up cartilage matrix. Foresight Epitalis Fort gel contains purely Epitalis, so no marine ingredients, but has approximately twice the concentration that is in the maintenance dose of the granules of Epitalis. So let's go down memory lane a little and learn a bit about the history of Foresight and in particular Epitalis. Foresight granules for horses was launched to the Australian market in 2013. Interpath invests heavily in research, and in one of our key studies at Guelph University in Canada, we discovered a very unique attribute of Epitalis. This study confirmed the anti-inflammatory effects of the marine components as well as Epitalis as a standalone. But what this study also revealed about Epitalis as a standalone active was quite amazing. We learnt that at the loading dose concentration of Epitalis found in the granules, not only was it a potent anti-inflammatory, but it also showed evidence of enabling chondrocytes to proliferate in an inflamed environment. Chondrocytes are the cells within cartilage matrix. We didn't see evidence of this in the study of the marine component. This unique feature is a game changer in the management of osteoarthritis. We want to not only alleviate symptoms of the disease, but we also want to be able to modify the progression of the disease. This is known as disease-modifying osteoarthritis drug activity. This unique effect of Epitalis has been independently validated and has a worldwide patent. So which product is best suited for your individual horse? We recommend Foresight granules for young or growing horses or horses not in regular work to support the development of healthy cartilage matrix and to suppress any subclinical inflammation within the joint before it does become a problem. The granules can also be conveniently added to pre-made feeds, making it popular with horses on agistment or in shared paddocks. However, if you have a fussy horse, you'll find Foresight Epitalis Fort gel a really fantastic option. The gel is very palatable, and we do have a little chuckle that it makes worming so much easier. For horses that are in regular work, horses that have shown symptoms of joint disease or diagnosed with osteoarthritis by your vet, we recommend Foresight Epitalis Fort gel. As you know, Foresight Epitalis Fort gel contains twice the concentration of Epitalis, and this is the active with the unique feature of enabling those vital cartilage cells to continue to replicate, along with its anti-inflammatory effects. This helps protect the cells in the joints that are under load and prone to inflammation. Foresight granules is available from your vet in 2-pack sizes, 700 grams and 3.5 kilos, and Foresight Epitalis Fort gel is available in a 250 ml and a 1 litre pack. They're both available from your vet and come with a palatability and efficacy guarantee.
So here we go, showtime. Tom McDermott. A winner 2 days ago, a winner today. Might start becoming his middle name. So Tom, first out of 15 horses in this jump-off. All the riders watching where Tom goes, where he makes his time. Elegance de la Chamille, a mare by Clinton, very famous stallion Clinton. And he starts over fence 15. Inside to fence 8. Now this line is still in from the first round. Wow. Takes a stride out. This is a super smooth ride already. Now, turns hard left, back to the original number 1. The last fence in the jump off. Oh! Wasn't that something? Tom McDermott, Elegance de la Chamille. So Tom came into that round carrying 8 faults from the previous round. We put our totals together. Just the last fence, total of 12, 2 rounds combined. As next in is Brooke Dobbin, Gina MVNZ. Brooke comes into this round carrying 5 penalties, including 1 time. Now, does he go into this? He does. Inside fence, no, outside fence 2. Tom went in there. This awkward line. Tom took a stride out in the jump off. Brooke sits up on the 5 strides, rolls back to his double, 11A, 11B. And how quick can he turn back to this last fence? Unlucky. Just ran a little deep. Got height, but not width. Time in the second round is 68 seconds. Brooke rode for 69.36, so attracted 2 time penalties. Cumulative total over the 2 rounds of 11 faults. Brooke Dobbin. As we welcome the Belgian bred, Nopal Van Tillert, Amber Fuller. By Diamond de Simile, a very well-known and regarded stallion in Europe, and a man Amber really coming forward with a very strong canter to the first fence. Now she does go inside. A little bit of an angle there, cost her, unfortunately. When you're coming out early in the jump off, you've really got to try and lay some sort of gauntlet down to those following you. Take some chances, take some risks. Great job, Amber Fuller. Nopal van Tillert. The one rail for jumping penalties. Unfortunately, 11 time after that little run out. Total of 19 over the 2 rounds. From Canberra, it's Isabella Stone, Talara Stolzet. By Stolzenberg. Very exuberant jumper. Now Isabel comes in carrying just 1 fence down. In other words, 4 faults. She jumps clear. That will really put her up in the lead and hopefully stay with the leaders. Great job, Izzy, on that far side. She really is playing percentages here. Keep moving, but I need to get a clear round to put pressure on those following. Just the 4 faults from the first round. Great job, Izzy. Big striding mare. Takes a stride out, 12 to 13, comes down there on the 7. Just the 1 rail, a total of 8, 2 rounds combined. As we go to Queensland and our little speedster. And when I say that, I mean with all skill and determination, Olivia Hamoud, knockout 3. This young lady is our reigning national champion. She's currently top of the World Cup standings, vying to go overseas as a champion from Australia this season. She can really put her foot down in a jump off. Olivia also comes in with 4 penalty points from the first round. Beautiful flowing canter. Just a little awkward at the front round, unfortunately. Carrying 8. A little angle out over 13. Great job, Olivia. Olivia Hamoud, knockout 3. As we welcome Sarah McMillan from the Central Coast. A little power rocket of a horse. Tyrone VDL. A lot of VDL horses based out of Holland. And Olivia's total score, 8 over the 2 rounds. And so Sarah also comes in with just the 1 rail from the first round. Remember, we put faults from rounds 1 and 2 together to determine our winner. I think Sarah's asking, has the bell gone? Jumping clear will take her to the top of the leaderboard. Carrying just 4 faults from round 1, Sarah McMillan, Tyrone VDL. Such a late falling. Oh, and Sarah says, that will do me. Tyrone has done enough for the day. From Victoria, Ali Lam. Ali rides Eagle Rock. Another 4-fault round from the first round, just 1 fence down. This Jumping Stallion by Berlin. Another one of those beautifully athletic horses that are here at Willinga. Didn't the stallion try? And she comes inside to fence 8. Now, this is really interesting. It's starting to heat up. Ali goes clear, and she will go to the top of the leaderboard. Stallion is pinging off this surface. Looks left, turns left, gets the lovely stallion round, stands off her oxer, clear round. Super riding Ali Lam and Eagle Rock. 61.70 and clear. Ali Lam now sits up in pole. 1 more rider on 4 faults coming in from the first round. You're looking at him now. He's an Olympian. Russell Johnson. Don Desteen. By Valiant and Oldenburg Stallion. Russell with 2 horses in the jump off. Went clear on his other horse, Prix. Very skillful horse manager, knows where to make the most economic turns. Will he go inside? Yes, he will. Russell means business. Now moves up, fast counter into his double. Horse is jumping absolutely beautifully. Unlucky. Russell just cut the corner a little on his Willinga oxer and then just ran out of room coming back so tight to this oxer. He'll jump this. Let's give him a round of applause. Well done, Russell. He has got to do something to make the others have a little bit of a concern, and just paid the price this time, unfortunately. Now, the stunning Casina Dior with Phil Steiner from New Zealand. Horse by Diorado. And now we start the serious end. These horses coming in now, carrying 0 faults from the first round. So Ali Lam, currently in pole position, Eagle Rock with 4 penalties, equivalent to 1 fence down. Philip Steiner from New Zealand, Casina Dior comes in with 0. Now, Philip, how darest you push this wonderful horse down this tricky line? Jumps the 5 at the top of the wings. Isn't this animal something else? Oh, says Philip. Crowd are riding with it. Don't be shy. Get involved. On the 7, takes a stride out. The grandstand about to erupt potentially, Philip. Clear round. Gloria, how well did he jump? And Casina Dior is just magnificent. All clear. And now we have the pointy end of the competition because Philip Steiner has said, righto, there's my double clear, and the time is 64.46. That is our new target time. Tom McDermott on the stallion. Catch Cassini 2. And ladies and gentlemen, if Tom's your favorite rider, you let him know. Cheer him on. Tom's not silly. He knows a fast 4 will place and there's money all down the line. So he's still going to keep fighting for the rest of this course to go clear. Great job, Tom McDermott. Just the one rail, but how about the time? 59.50. So we know that Philip Steiner's time can be beaten. The New Zealander out in front, 64.46. Tom McDermott into second place, one rail, 59.50. So there's 3-4 seconds difference. We know the time can be done. I mentioned earlier that in the draw, Tom drew back-to-back positions. His second horse, Cooley Gangster. And this is where riders can opt to either be moved up the draw or stay in position. So the situation is now that Tom will get off the stallion, Caccini 2, get legged up onto Cooley Gangster, and we'll wait 2 or 3 minutes, 4 minutes, while Dad, Greg, an Olympian, says to Tom, righto, settle down. That was a great round, but we want another round now out of Cooley Gangster. And Tom has elected to go back-to-back, so he's quite entitled to do that. And while Tom does so, we'll remind ourselves of how the Foresight Grand Prix is looking at the moment. So out in front from New Zealand, all clear, 64.46, Phil Steiner, and Cassina Dior leads the competition. Tom that you've just seen with the stallion, Caccini 2, he's in second. The one rail, 59.50, so we know Phil's time can be beaten. Ali Lam and the stallion Eagle Rock, well, she's in third. She jumped clear, but she carried a fourfold penalty from round one, 61.70. They're the top three at the moment. Another opportunity while we wait for Tom, just to thank Foresight, who are major partners here at Willinga Park, do a magnificent job supporting, and their main product is getting so much traction out there in the vet and competition world, because they make the point that as in a lot of competition, the breakdown of cartilage in your horse's joints, well, yes, it can be a natural consequence of hard work, but it's actually not inevitable. So what they're finding is that vets are recommending their product, Foresight, from 6 months of age, so just beyond that foal stage, to repair minute injuries to the cartilage and other joint structures. So really, we're looking at a product that suits all horses from foals upwards, and it really does stop the onset of joint disease. And as Foresight say, don't wait for symptoms to appear. Buy the Foresight from your vet today as a prevention. A wonderful product, and I can report that I'm hearing lots of very positive things about Foresight. A lot of competition barns really suggesting it should be in the tack locker. As we watch the warm-up, which is fascinating in itself. Horses are allowed to have several jumps over the taller verticals, the taller oxes. You'll note there's a lady with a yellow vest on. Well, she's the FEI steward. And what's her role? Well, that's to make sure that horse welfare is paramount. There are certain guidelines as to how high they can jump in the warm-up, and the yellow vest signifies an FEI steward on site. What is the FEI? Well, it's the governing body of World Equestrian. So this is taken very, very seriously, and particularly for horse welfare. Nothing is allowed to chance. And Cooley Gangster, who's already won with Tom at Willinga, came to Tom as a quirky horse, but he looks nothing like a quirky horse now, does he? Tom's really partnered with this horse in a major way. And just having a good look around before he comes in. He's ready. So Tom was first, second and third in the earlier Mini Prix. He's now in the Grand Prix. He's sitting in second spot with his stallion ride, Caccini 2. But importantly, the gentleman who's looking in pole, and at this moment a $10,000 payday, is Philip Steiner from New Zealand, Cassina Dior. But Tom McDermott will probably want to have something to say about that. Cooley Gangster and Tom McDermott. Magnificent forward 7. Will he go inside 2? Of course he will. Now he moves around the turn. This bogey line from the first round. A great forward shot again. Lands and collects in one movement. Oh, another late falling pole. Phil Steiner's on the ground. Someone pick him up. Tom rocks back to the last fence. Great riding, Thomas. And look at the time, would you? 56.92. Remembering Philip has gone clear in 64.46, but now Tom and Cooley Gangster jump into second position, 56.92, 8 seconds in front of Philip's time, but a pole down, and they got to stay up. So Tom McDermott, second and third, as one of, would you call them favourites? I think you might do. His friend, his former mentor, Philip Steiner, currently leads the class. Josh Collins on the magnificent stallion, Cornell. What a story. Can the pupil beat the former master? Comes inside to the butterfly. Now he'll move up, as he does, tail swishing. What a wonderful horse, great spectacle, these two together. Quiet on the 5, the horse is trying the stallion. Oh, look at that pole move in the cup, it's still there. 2 from home. Now then, the crowd will lift the roof off this grandstand. If this stallion can go clear. Oh, he has! And we have a new leader. New Zealand, 1 and 2. All clear. 61.97. What about that, ladies and gentlemen? Again, please, Josh Collins and the exciting jumping machine that is Cornell. Just cool down, everybody, says Amanda. I haven't done yet. Diamond B, Vivienne by Vivant, out of a Conquistador mare. Amanda has got a fan club in the stands. They'll be cheering her on. 61.97 is the time to beat. She'll have to go inside. And she doesn't. Stays a little straighter. Wow, tactics. Will that cost her? We're about to find out. Grandstand saying woo, we're leaning back in their seats at the stall tops fence. Mare is trying her heart out. What don't you do? They make a great combination. Just the one rail. Oh, Amanda, you don't want to hear this. One rail down. Josh Collins is leading in 61.97. Amanda would have done him 61.31. She doesn't want to hear that. Wow, Amanda, how brilliant. So that tells us that you can go around fence 2 and still be in front. Tactics. A man, no stranger to fighting his way around tough courses with his wonderful horse, Oaks Conjurer by Chicago from Queensland, Clem Smith. Clem goes inside and sees a real forward shot. Clem, he gets away with it. Now he must be up. Just pulls it out behind, unfortunately. He's a battler. He's such a battler. Really gave it everything. 2 rails down, puts Clem into 8th position. 8 faults in a time of 59.32. But hang on a minute, Clem doesn't want to hear that either. 59.32. He too would have gone into the lead had they stayed up. But this sport is show jumping and they have to stay up. One combination stands between Josh Collins and Cornell and glory in this Forsyth Grand Prix. He's an Olympian. He's Russell Johnson. He's from Victoria, and he's on the wonderful Prix. Josh Collins has won this class. But like Tom before him, this canny rider, he knows a fast 4 will still be in the money. He hasn't given up 1 second, has he? Back round, Russell, we're with you to the last fence. Well done, Russell, great job. Very, very gutsy. But as always, unofficially, Russell Johnson here now, that is official, jumps into 4th position. But my book tells me that Josh Collins and the excitement machine that is Cornell has won the Foresight Grand Prix of 2022, the richest Grand Prix in Australia, and we'll be looking at a paycheck of $10,000. I will just check with our level 3 judge, Michael Archer, the rest of the standings and make that announcement. But congratulations to the New Zealander, Josh Collins and Cornell. So officially I can report that Australia's richest prize, the Foresight Grand Prix, goes to Josh Collins from New Zealand and Cornell. It was outstanding jumping. Fellow countryman Philip Steiner and Cassina Dior is in 2nd. Tom McDermott, the informed Tom McDermott with Coolie Gangster, is 3rd. Russell Johnson, great ride there with the Prix in 4th. Tom McDermott again with the stallion Caccini 2 ran 5th. Amanda Madigan, and didn't the mare jump well for Amanda, in 6th. Ali Lamb and the lovely stallion Eagle Rock into 7. Olivia Hamoud tried and tried, knockout 3 into 8. Clem Smith had so much effort and try about him, but just couldn't quite get over the line. Clem and Oaks Conjurer in 9th. From Canberra, Isabella Stone finished in 10th. In 11th from Victoria was Brooke Dobbin and Gina MVNZ. Once again, Tom McDermott down the line in 12th, Elegance de la Chamille. Again, Russell Johnson and Donderstein in 13th. Crowd favourite Amber Fuller, Nepal Van Tellert in 14th. And Sarah McMillan, Tyrone VDL in 15th position. So congratulations to the New Zealand 1-2. Josh Collins wins the class, Philip Stein is 2nd, and we will have that presentation shortly.